A deep dive into the peer-reviewed scientific literature shows that nicotine outside of cigarettes can have positive effects on depression, high blood pressure, brain function, obesity, Parkinson's, and a variety of other issues, including Tourette syndrome, which affects up to 10% of children.
My daughter was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome when she was 6. To watch our child having these uncontrollable tics, it's painful to watch.
We saw our daughter really suffer. She suffered. She would scratch herself bloody, and she just couldn't stop, and she would cry because it hurt. And we watched her suffer like that.
And it was Christmas 2 years ago, and her tics were so unbelievably bad that, I panicked. And so I started hitting Google, just trying. It was actually at night, and I was panicking. And in Google, I found this one tiny little story about a study they did in the late 90s where they tried using a 7 milligram nicotine patch on children with Tourette's. The study said all of the children reduced their Tourette's by half. A German version of the story, which went into more detail, and they said use the patch at night. So we put on the patch, and the next morning, there were no tics. It was almost that instantaneous. Just recently, my daughter looked at me and she said, I'm not using the patch anymore. She says, my tics are almost gone. I didn't need it, so I stopped wearing it. She used the patch, and it worked for her. Nicotine gave us our daughter back.
Vaping is not smoking. It is a safer alternative. Tell Mark Butler it's time for sensible regulation.